Hello everyone and welcome to another Wernoca video. In this video we want to talk about Max, who's the king of chill. He's just like, I don't care whatever happens, I never get stressed, that type of a person. So that is Max and we want to read about him and learn a few words of English, and then we want to talk about an interesting book related to stress and anxiety. But let's start. Max was the king of chill. Once, during a fire drill at school, while everyone else was running around in chaos, Max walked calmly to the door, munching on a banana. "What's the rush?" he said. Now, there is a lot that we need to review here, so let's do that. We'll start with he was the king of chill. What's chill? Chill means relaxation. When you relax, you're not worried about anything, you are chill. It's also a verb, to chill. To chill is to just relax. So he was the king of chill. Once during a fire drill, so don't worry, it is not a real fire, it's a drill. A fire drill is like a practice. Like if there is fire, what do? That's a drill. So there was a fire drill at school, and everyone else was running around, like, move to places in chaos. So what's the word chaos? Chaos is disaster, disorganization, like when there is a mess, chaos. When there is no organization, that's chaos. No organization. So there was chaos. Everyone was in chaos, and he was like, who cares? What's the rush? He was munching on a banana. Let me try to get you the definition of this word. To chew or eat something in a especially noisy way. When you eat something and you're making some noise, you're munching on it. Let me put it here. Here. Munch on. To eat. Pay attention to the IPA. Munch. The te and the she together is a che. To eat something steadily and often audibly, when we can hear you. It's the word audio, right? Audio. Russell munched his breakfast toast. So he was just munching on a banana, and he was like, what's the rush? Rush is hurry. What's the hurry? There is no hurry. What's the rush? Why are you hurrying? So we can talk about whether this is good or bad. This is the point where I can introduce to you the book that I'm talking about. The book is about overcoming anxiety. The name of the author is Helen Kennerley. Let me see if I can bring to you the summary. Where did I put it? Oh, it's here. Yes. The name of the book is Overcoming Anxiety. And where is that? Sorry if this is taking too long. Okay, I found it. Overcoming Anxiety by Helen Kennerley. So one of the first things you need to understand about anxiety is what it is and what purpose it serves, because we might think anxiety is bad, always bad, but not necessarily. Anxiety and stress is how we can survive. Our ancestors, thousands of years ago, they needed to live. So if there was a sound coming from the wood, from the forest, they had to guess, maybe it's a lion, maybe I need to run. So getting stressed was necessary to survive, to live. So an amount of anxiety and stress is good for you. It's necessary for your survival. It can actually make you more productive. People are sometimes more productive with a moderate amount of stress. There is a diagram. First, with increased level of stress, performance increases, and then at some point it starts to drop. So it's good to feel a moderate amount of stress to push you. So I don't think it's a very good thing that Max is always chill, even when there is a fire drill. Another time, a pigeon flew into his hair during a picnic. He just blinked slowly and said, "That's one way to meet new friends." Well, okay, I criticized him before, but I like this part of him. Sometimes it's good to enjoy experiences, look at things in a positive light. Oh, I like this expression. Let me write it for you. In a positive light. To see things in a positive light is to see them in a positive way. Positive light. If I could put it here. In a positive light. So it's good to see things in a positive light. A pigeon flew. As you know, flew is the past form of the word fly. A pigeon flew into his hair during a picnic, and he just blinked. Blink is just like, open and close your eyes. He blinked slowly and said, "That's one way to meet new friends." So he's very chill about this. Well, one day, while giving a presentation in class, the projector stopped working. The class stared at him. Max simply smiled and took out a marker to draw everything on the board. Now, I love this. He improvised. What he did, we call it improvisation. Improvise is when something goes wrong and you have no plan, and then you wing it. You just see what you can do at the moment. You say, okay, maybe I can do this. So he was making a presentation and the projector stopped and he could say, "Oh God, what has happened? What have I done? I'm going to die." No, he didn't do that. He just said, that's panic mode. He didn't go into panic mode. Instead, he just winged it. He improvised. Let's see a definition for improvise and wing it. Wing it. Wing it is to improvise or to accomplish something without previous planning. To accomplish or perform something without, it's similar to improvise. Without full preparation or knowledge. You just see what happens. You improvise. So when the projector stopped, he knew what to do. Everyone was staring at him, so I know it's not easy. When everyone's staring at you to just improvise, it's easier said than done, but that's the right thing to do. There is also the word projector. I want to talk to you about the word stress, because there is also the word project. So what's project and what's prəʻdʒɛkt? Prəʻdʒɛkt is a verb, prəʻdʒɛkt, and project is a noun. So when I say I have a project I need to finish, it means there's a series of tasks that need to be finished. But prəʻdʒɛkt is to reflect, to show. For example, a TV projector, the device, the word comes from prəʻdʒɛkt, to reflect something. So as you see, the stress of the word is shown here by the apostrophe. If the apostrophe is in the middle, then the stress is in the middle. If the apostrophe is at the beginning, then the stress is at the beginning. So here the stress is on the prā, and here the stress is on the ~dʒɛkt. Prəʻdʒɛkt and project. So you see the pronunciation changes and the meaning changes. So there was a projector and everyone was staring at him, but he just used a marker. The teacher later asked, "Max, how do you always stay calm?" He said, "If pigeons don't scare me, a machine sure won't." That's brilliant. That's strength. He's like, I don't get scared of a projector because I'm not scared of pigeons. So pigeons are scarier probably. So this is the idea. He is chill because he has a knowing. He knows that he can handle everything. Now, you may not be as chill as Max is, and it's okay. But if you want to get better, I think studying this book can really help. It's an amazing book, and it provides cognitive behavioral techniques. There is an interesting technique for therapy, and also there are books on it. CBT, cognitive behavioral. CBT, right? Did I say P? No. Cognitive behavioral techniques. So in the past, there was a time when the techniques for therapy were cognitive. There was also a time when they were behavioral. Now there is both cognitive behavioral therapy. Also in the book that I talked to you about before called Grit by Angella Duckworth. In that book also there is a section that talks about CBT, and that was related to CBT helping with growth mindset, because Angela was talking about the idea of having a growth mindset. Or maybe I need to give you a little bit of more explanation. So the book Grit, talks about how you can become an industrious, hardworking person to achieve your goals over the long term. But you can only do that if you have a growth mindset, meaning that you don't get shy when you make a mistake and say, oh, I'm never going to accomplish this. Instead, you need to have this attitude where whenever you make a mistake, you learn from the mistake and you're always trying to improve yourself. And how can you have a growth mindset? One of the ways to accomplish that is by cognitive behavioral therapy. And now, in this book that I'm talking to you about today, the new book called, what was the book? Overcoming Anxiety by Helen Kennerley. In this book, it also talks about, it is based on techniques that use this book. This book also talks about techniques of CBT in order to overcome anxiety. All right, so what I'm saying is just read the book. If you feel like you could benefit from being chill, get the book. And now here we got an expression, stay calm, is to not get upset or nervous. Here are some questions. What do you do to stay calm in stressful situations? Can you think of a time when staying calm helped you solve a problem? And do you know someone who's always calm? And what do you think is their secret? All right, so I hope you'll take a few minutes to answer these questions in order to improve your speaking skills. Now here is a list of our words. Chill is relaxed. Chaos is complete confusion and disorder. Disorder, that's a good word. Munch on something, to eat something in slowly and steady and with small bites. Rush is to move quickly. Blink is to quickly open and close your eyes. And stare at is to look at something for a long time. I'll need you to take a screenshot of this page and review these words in a few hours, maybe tomorrow. That can help you remember them. You can also try to review them with spaced repetition, like after a day, after 2 days, after 7 days. And in order to do that, you can use Anki Droid, the Anki app. That's really helpful. All right, maybe that's a story for another day, but for now, I hope you've enjoyed the video and you've learned a little bit of English and also learned about a book that can help you be more chill. All right, till later.